Alright guys, it says I'm live, and that is not the subject. Have to do a picture, when you go live. So since this is an update on the Pacu, I didn't want to go in there and take a picture and tip them off that I'm headed that way, but it looks like they figured out the begging routine. I see one of them's down on this end. I've fed every tank in the house except this one. And I held this one till last because I want to see how the fish interact with the other fish while they eat. Sorry, I've still got all of my lights on back there, but maybe we'll be able to see. Hey Anthony, hope nobody's going live right now because I just wanted to do a real quick update on these guys. And they're lining up here like they normally do. We've got jumbo, and I do mean jumbo. These are some big bloodworms tonight. Kev. And interestingly enough, the Pacu are at the back of the line. Oh, I see that one back there catching some bloodworms though. Coming around, breaking line a bit. Are you going live right now, Kev? I'm only going to be on here a second. I just wanted to document the first time that the Pacu ate after moving them over this evening. Looks like none of the other fish. Oh, nobody's live? All right. I didn't check before, but like I say, I'm just going to plan to do a minute or two. Let me know when you start. When you're gonna start, so I can get out of the way here. So yeah, looks like they're doing fine. They figured out that if they go underneath, they're gonna get some food. All right, let me open this up a little bit so I can get a little bit more in there. I've also got some jumbo krill. And that's what these guys are waiting on. Gotta make sure my Pacu eat. Look at that. They're right in there with the severums and the... I did notice that big geophagus right there. I think he's the boss of the geos. Yeah, see him smack the little platinum parrot. Noticed him pecking at one of these earlier, and it backed off from him, so that was interesting. They didn't get any of that. I just poured a whole bunch of big food in there. Yeah, Anthony, I do. And that's interesting. I've had so many people suggest nuts. Sorry, I got to get up here where I can reach over. Here we go. Let's start further back. There we go. They usually don't come up. They will, but they usually don't come up, or had not in the tank they were in, so that's why they're kind of hanging back down there. So I see I have to, sorry guys, have to lean over there and pour it in that far end. Oh yeah, they're eating, they're not killing anybody. And like I said earlier, some of the tetras and the silver dollars that are a lot smaller than them still take food out of their mouths in the tank they just came from. So they weren't like really high on the pecking order or anything like that. So, and I think these fish will be able to keep them in line. They don't have the dentures, these guys do, that's for sure. And guys, I'm sure that Pacu, sorry about that shaking, but I hate that damn whatever that I got so I could hold it without shaking. It's working good, looking good. Now, one thing I didn't think out, and this may be a deal breaker, not a tiebreaker, but I have this blind severum that I hand feed, and I've never tongue fed it because I don't want to tongue feed it. I want to feed it by hand. People have suggested using like a rubber tip or a plastic. I would never put metal down there for it to run into blind. So, let's get him a good sized bite out because I only want to feed him one bite. Where the heck did he go? Where did he go? Sometimes he hears me opening the tank and he'll come up and meet me. Yes, I'm going to put my hand in here and I'm going to watch them because I have to be able to feed my blind Severum. There, nope. He looks just like the other Severum, so maybe he's skittered around here. Yeah, there he is. And he sees my shadow, in this case my bright white shirt. So open this back up on this side. And you guys warn me if you see a Pacu coming. I don't think they're going to bother me. They're not interested in me as a food item. Come on. Come on. He usually smells the food or me thrashing it around. Unfortunately, some of the others have learned the same thing. There we go. Try again. Come on. They're trying to knock him out of the way. Y'all going to fool around and get me Pacu bit. There we go. You got it. And the Pacu are still way down there. Believe me, they're over 3 feet from me. I've been watching. All right, I'll put that top later. All right. And look who ran back over here. Like a puppy. Yeah. I've had these guys since they were like quarter or silver dollar size. And I got them back in March. I was looking back at some old videos. Well, actually, not videos, but messages I was having with Ed, something to do with Dan's fish. And Ed was going to go to Knoxville that day with me and ended up not going. So he was asking, hey, Melvin, long tweezers, sir. Yeah, I just said I didn't want any, and that's why I didn't, and that somebody would tell me. But no, I don't need any, and I don't want any, Priscilla. But thank you for your suggestion. Anyway, I told Ed it was like March the 4th I got them, that I had got some Pacu and went down the list of stuff. For a 10-gallon fish tank, oh man, it would depend on what you're keeping in that tank. And they are nice, aren't they? Let's hope they stay that way in here. South Americans are not too rough. But yeah, what's your substrate in that 10-gallon, and what are you keeping in there? What fish? What critters? I saw that question earlier in your chat, and I said sell them and buy a title, and that's what started all the talk about titles. Yeah, I love my titles. I've got 2 big ones on the end of that. I've got one raised up so they'll fit. I've got 2 55s on the saltwater, which is a 125, and they handle that awesome. My nitrates are about 20. Just checked them. So I'm holding off on water change till another day or 2. Priscilla said just to put them in a box and send them first class. I've not shipped anything like that, I don't think. I ship fish and things like that, plants, but don't think I've just shipped something light like that. I hope those guys got full. Got a customer that uses 1-inch PVC tube to feed bottom dwellers. Yep, I have one of those that I can feed my saltwater tank, my 40 breeder with, and also this 125 But I don't use it either, as you know. I like to hand feed this guy. He shook hands with me twice so far, but it was not, I survived it, so. Yeah, I'm aware of all those things, Priscilla, but, I'll be keeping fish 59 years, I think, now, so pretty much everything you can suggest, I've already done it, didn't like it, or somebody else has suggested it, so, but I appreciate you suggesting. Anthony must have said something vile. You know how he is. Look at all of the tanks reflecting in here. I didn't turn them off as I was feeding. That's one thing about fish people is they are awful quick to give unsolicited advice, and like Dan at Dan's Fish says, it's unsolicited. Don't do it. I'm gonna give them some of their big, actually some of the Fajakas pellets. They look so small from here. Yeah, well, unless you try to handle the lionfish, nothing's gonna happen. Pam, the last time that I took your advice, you remember what happened, right? Right? Well, I didn't know you were here. I guess I have to grandfather you in because I didn't know you were lurking. So we'll let you, if you have some advice for me, I would be glad to let you give it. I probably won't do it. Well, you gave me some pretty good advice though a few months ago on those vinegar eels, which I had not ever kept, and I asked for your help. That was not unsolicited. I had watched your video, but then I had a couple of questions after that. Pam's got a great video on vinegar eels, guys. I've still got that culture going. Hey, Bobby, don't touch the buttons. Oh, hell yeah, I know that all day long. Lurking. Hey, Chevy Fish. I almost always say Chevy Fish's real name, and I know she'd knock me out twice if I did. If I did, I hope I don't ever slip. Got bit by an Oscar once that hurt more than expected. These guys, those two rounded short body Severum, the gold spotted yellows over there, or red spotted, sorry. They like to bite sometimes, and one of them got me the other day on the fingertip, and I was like, I'll knock you out. It hurt. It didn't leave marks. I've had them rasp the skin off on a soft, a flat place before. Gosh. Big J, hey. Guys, really, if somebody's needing to stream, y'all let me know. I'm trying to watch for notifications. I said Pam, and you hear that now, Pam? He hadn't barked at all till I said Pam. Thank you, Anthony. Anthony's such a good moderator. He really is. He made that, not that point, but how good moderators really, really help a stream and add to it. In the previous stream, Jess and Chubbs, we had Mike on. I've known Mike a long time, and in fact, I'm still a moderator on there. I was kidding him and telling him I missed my mod pay. But yeah, he's a great. Priscilla, I killed my microworms too, Priscilla. Actually, I didn't kill them directly. Hey, Sharon. Hey, William Pridemore. Somehow, some kind of fly, it wasn't like a fly because I keep a swatter for those in the summer, but maybe a fruit fly or something, but something got in them, and I opened them one day, and it had little maggots crawling all over. They weren't the microworms, they were maggots. And I started to try to pick them out, but they were all in it, and I thought, well, they're gonna eat this culture, so I just threw them away. It was nasty. So that's what happened to mines. I probably could have got some of the worms out and reset it, but it was just so gross. Hey, Ian. Thank you. I wish we didn't have all the glare and you could see them, but you get the gist, I guess, as they say. Oh my God. Yazi's been down all day today because he hasn't seen you in almost 2 weeks, and I know that's what it is. I've got Pam on here. You're not going to get to see her, but come on. Come on. We'll pretend. Come on. Yazi, come on with me now. Gets in trouble if he stays in there by himself. There he is. There's that boy. Let's see him. Where's he at? There he is. That's Pam's buddy. Where'd you go? Now, last time you went, oh, I don't think I told you since then, Pam. I know I hadn't. He's back there where the rainbow fish are, back there where those blue tanks are. And the other day I was sitting in here and I kept hearing him bark and bark and bark. And I figured he was barking at one of the cats. Yazi, come back. Yazi. Yazi. All right. All right. Come here. Get. Come on. He went over and peed on the cat litter pan. Yazi, that's so nasty. Come on. Shh. Come on. Hurry. Come on. Pam's looking for you. All right. I'm going to shut him out. If I close the door, he'll want in here. Anyway, after a couple minutes of that, and me trying to get him to come on in here, I heard him scream. So I figured it was Tibby, the big fluffy white and black cat, had got a hold of him, and sure enough, it was. Oh, I was sitting over there at the dining room table, and then Yazi came through here at a high gallop. He wasn't running. It was more than a trot. It was just a gallop. And he came on the other side of the tank, so I saw him run by, and he went in there and started crying in the kitchen. So I went to check on him, and he was wanting back in the bedroom. He wanted the gate open. But before I could get there, Tibby ran past me and gave him another ass whipping. Yes. So he doesn't mess with Tibby at all now. It's a 180, Sharon, thank you. It's a 180. And the Severums that spawned, they ate their eggs the next day, as they always do. With those guys, it's always about the dating and the lip locking and the spawning, and then they guard them ever so carefully. Oh, that Pacu's having a little trouble with that. He's okay. Getting through that branch. That's one they ripped up a while ago. Yes. I had it wedged down in there, and I need to put it back down. And that wood's got turned sideways there. It was flat, so I need to get in there and work on things. Howdy. You guys are not so bad. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to put my fingers down near them ever. I've seen what they can do to almonds and other things, other hard things. They've got a cavernous mouth too. I give them some of the veggie wafers that Dharma, the Fahaka, likes, and they can each hold 4 in their mouth. I keep grabbing them as I drop them. Awesome. That's awesome. Do you know what they are, Priscilla? He always has really nice betas. Of course, you know they've been through the QT and all that. Big J's given the okay sign. Well, Yazi fooled me. He didn't come back. Let me get these guys some wafers. They're not sitting around in here anywhere. This is why I like having a bucket. There we go. There we go with the lid off too. Yazi, come go with me. Pam's in here crying. There he is. Now, I don't even want to know what you were into. I reached in that container and didn't get one single wafer. So I poured some out on the top here. They're slow sinking too, so they float away. That may be another. Oh, let me put them in the riptide over there. The other side. There we go. I don't think the Severums can even get it. Yeah, there he goes. Got it back there. I didn't see what she said they were. I'll have to scroll back up and we'll have to touch a button. Hey, Geek Boy, welcome. Oh, the wild, yeah. That's awesome, Priscilla. I was looking at all the stuff on his site the other day and got some things in the basket that I didn't check out. Honestly, ow, that had to hurt. He smacked himself against that wood. Well, that's good. That's good. I think they both got one. Yeah, it was the smaller one before. Now they're looking over there for more. That didn't take long to learn, huh? I wanted to see how this is going to work out, and I also wanted to see how the dragon puffers, I started to go ahead and move them as well today, since I've languished on that forever and ever, but I thought it's going to be hard to keep close to it. There's Tib. Tib. Yep. Let's see if we can get the Pacus to eat for us. Awful camera. Like always. There you go. You know, Pacus are omnivores. He looks like he's black from this side. Must be the reflection of the light or something. Oh, I moved the lights over to get in the tank. 19 people in here, and I've been going 22 minutes. 14 likes. Thank you. Priscilla, are you planning on breeding those? Well, I'm sure you are, but are you planning on to resell them if you can get them established? Yeah, that's one thing I particularly wanted to know is how they were going to do with the catfish. That catfish stands up to the Severums. He didn't used to, but now that he's, I guess he's 9.5, 10 inches. He does. Some of them, yeah, this is a breed that doesn't get as big as some. There are several kinds of Pacu. I don't know how many, but like the one that the Ohio Fish Rescue picked up maybe a year ago now. I think it was like fish, 3 feet of fish. It's Synodontis. Somebody else will have to say. I'm barely able to remember Synodontis. I've got a squeaker in here too. It's a little bigger than that. I got this guy when he was maybe half that size, and he should have been like a $30, $40 fish. Yeah, I saw he was way down on him. That's one reason I considered it, Priscilla. But I really don't have any tins set up as where I would put a trio with a heater and sponge filter, of course. But yeah, this guy's almost doubled in size. Oh, I got it at a little fish store that somebody had traded it in, and I thought it would be $35 or $40, but he said $9.99. So you know, I would have taken some of those home all day long. I was talking about something else, and I don't have a clue. Look at these guys. I don't sit with y'all in the kitchen. Well, sometimes I sit there and write checks, but yes, I still write checks sometimes. It depends on who's going to get the money. Uh-oh. I scared them away. Come on back. There we go. You see how frightening they are. That that pellet floated back up. See if they'll go up and get it. It's kind of like in an area there that there's the current, call it like an ebb tide. It moves, but it doesn't move. There we go. All right. And that was the big one. Yep, that was the big one. Look at the other ones like, how did you get that? Come on now. The little one always lets the big one get them. And then it's like, look at him going over to the mouth. They seem to be fairly intelligent fish. Hey, Stephen. Oh, let's see. Pam, have you got any more advice? I put 2 in that time. Let's see what happens. Oh my God, one of the geos got it in. Well, their mouths are huge. They both got one. I break them up like into quarters for the geos, but I've never given them a whole one. Oh well. Oh, there, it spit it out. And the big one got it again. Wear pants when you live stream. I get them usually at Ed's guy, which is my guy's place, Aquatic Aesthetics. I ask him to order them, and they're on the list. Any store can get them. They're Hikari, and they look just like the other Hikari, except they say jumbo on them. Yeah, he sent me his number, Priscilla, and I've got to set up a day and time to go. Look at that, it got another one. So now it's got 3 or 4 in its mouth. You won't stay over here talking to him. Nobody else does that, I'm sure. You need to keep your butt over here. Look, the big one's already up there now. His mouth is so full. Nope, he got another one in there. I think that's 5. Poor guy. Hey, John Larson. Now get it, finally. 5-1, that's why that one's so big, I think. Yeah, and the Carbensis too, I think. No, I don't pay for groceries. I would never hold anybody up in line, John. I hate that. Hate that. Some people do it. The dragon puffers, yeah, they're still in their little 20, and they have eaten their jumbo blood. Look at this. He knows that one's got its mouth full. I'm not kidding. He or she, I have no idea what sex they are. I haven't even tried. These guys, that's what I was talking about and forgot. These guys in the wild usually top out about a foot. And so I don't think they'll get a foot in the tank. If they do, they won't be in this tank. Right now they're, it's hard to estimate. They're 6 inches, maybe 6.5. So they start creeping up to 8 or 9 inches, I'll have to look at and see the Severums know the party's over. These guys are having an after party. The other fish are just like whatever. They're not frightened by them at all. Tibby. "21 people, 19 likes. Let me look at the chat here. Yes, that would be great. I wish they would. These guys, I think the previous video I talked a little about it, and I got these at Aquatic Marine, where James goes. I go, Ed goes, up in Knoxville, close to James. But they had, I don't know, 30 or 35, and they were quarter to silver dollar sized. And I just said, get me 2, and 1 foot, that's much more reasonable. Yeah, it is, but if they start getting up near that size, they'll need to be rehomed. Well, they have 6 feet. You know, this is a 180, and so it's a deep tank, deep front to back and deep top to bottom. So that's the main thing. I want to make sure they have plenty of room to swim back and forth and to turn and all that. And right now they do. It just came out of a 55, so this is 3.5 times, a little more than 3.5 times more water than they were in up until now. And of course, they were in like a 20 or whatever the store has there. And like I said, 35 of them, but they were little guys. And you know, they're just in holding tanks to sell, so not saying anything about the size of the tank or anything. Kenny runs an awesome place there. I'm sure Bobby would agree to that. If you're still in here, Bobby, I haven't called you because I volunteer tomorrow at the Ark. And then Wednesday, I go for an epidural. And I think that's like at 2 or something. I always make appointments in the afternoon. Who wants to get up at 9 and go get a needle in the neck? Not me. So I may give you a call Wednesday and look at Thursday or Friday. Or Saturday. Saturday I volunteer at the Ark in the evening, but I probably wouldn't want to have driven 3 or 4 hours and then do it round trip. All right, going down to 18 people. There's Jason C. Fuggin, do you want to see the bloodworms? In fact, I could take a picture and send it, and you can show them at the store. Sometimes they try to say, oh, we can't get those, and we never heard of that. And most of the time they say we never heard of that. But Kenny gets them in Knoxville now. And when I'm up there, I get some. Yeah, I'm here just getting ready for bed. Yep. Yeah, it is. This looks a little murky, and I know why. It's because I didn't clean the glass on this side, on the inside. That's why. These guys are still, they do this all the time. That one wants that other. Yossi, where you been? Pam was on here talking to you. Hey, GRB, Pam's been on here talking to you. You missed it. Yeah, you did. She was saying hello to you. These little bitty keyholes never get any bigger than that. That's and the little platinum parrot, those are the ones I was worried. Hey, Dreamweaver. Those are the ones I was worried about, but they pay no attention at all to them so far. And the little guys are not afraid of them at all. So it's because the big Severums haven't ever bothered them, I guess, and they grew up in here. Went back up to 21 and 22 likes. That sounds like some gerrymandering, doesn't it? Chevy fish. Yeah, you've told me before, I think in a video, that you liked them. My old one, my big one, that's what size I thought they all were. These are like dwarfs. I didn't know it. I got them from Bob Steenfott. I had 3 of them, and I'm only seeing 2 of them, but I got them because I had an ancient male that was probably 5 years old or whatever, and he was 4 inches maybe 4.5, the normal size Kehoe cichlids get. And they weren't adults, these little guys weren't. Now they are, but when I put them in there, he didn't have anything to do with them. And then by the time they got big enough, he was just a few months away from passing, but he passed a couple weeks ago. There's the king of the tank right there, and that's his lady he went looking for. She's so beat up from that last spawn. those guys, if fish love each other, those two there are, the bond is strong. Whatever's between them strong. They're probably looking for another place to spawn. That kind of worries me, but I think the Pacu would just back off. Just back off. I need to stream late at night. Got a bunch of mods in here. Got a good number of people. Awesome likes. No, I'm joking about that. Totally joking. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I didn't like that. He's not liking it either. He was chasing the old lady there. And he's gone over there to be with her. Now, she probably, knowing her, started it. Yeah, the big guy doesn't play. The turquoise red spot, he does not play. And he doesn't back down when it comes to her. He's pissed. Look at him. Oh, well. It's fun to be able to sit and watch them and enjoy them. I don't as much unless I'm rambling on a video. That's the truth. Uh-oh. You see the little Geo hit that Pacu and he back at it. I think they're just riled up from wrestling there. Wrestling Pacu. Or Pacu. Pacu, tomato. I think it's Pacu. What's Steven talking about? All things fish. Howdy. Let's see. No, there are fish I didn't keep when I was younger, which was a long, long time ago. I didn't even keep them when I was middle-aged. I just, maybe in the last 10 years, have kept them. The original ones I had passed on, and then I got, I think, 2 pairs at a LFS like 5 years ago. And after I moved everybody to this tank, I still had 1 pair, but then I lost her, so I knew he wasn't far behind. But yeah, they are cool fish, but I've never seen them stay that small. I mean, they just don't ever grow up. But they do exhibit some breeding behavior. Yeah, I thought about using that wood up there. Whoever said they liked that, and maybe doing some floating plants on it. It's a 180, and I'm using, well, actually I have a couple of sponge filters that are half buried in the sand. There's one, and then that stream of bubbles back there's the other one. And then I have 2 75 titles on that end. And one of them, there isn't room for it to sit all the way down in the tank, so that's why it's a little higher than the other one, but it's down in the water plenty enough. But that just adds some more aeration, I guess. Hey Todd, welcome. Todd's the snake handler, the herpetologist. But I do have a power head right there. It's pretty strong. Where's my finger? Wow, that was way off. It's there. No wonder. Right there. And it's tilted up and toward that side back there. Hey, Sandy. Have an acrylic 180 that's going in, I think. Run something on it. That'll be awesome. I had enough muscle. I paid $600 for this, just the tank, which is awesome for the 180. And I've been real happy with it. Not a year into it yet, but I had an acrylic that I had ordered, and it hadn't been shipped, so I had the option to cancel that. And when I found that I could get this at almost wholesale price, I did cancel the order on the acrylic and save myself $1,400 and change. Hey, over 50 and fantabulous, welcome. This one was about 1,100 and it's a 125. But I prefer the acrylic, but I was glad to keep my $1,400. Yeah, they haven't gone up a whole lot because I checked recently to see if I wanted to get another one, don't you know, to put down at this end. And they were still under 700. Blue Pacu. I need to go back and review the different types of Pacu. Yeah, what a difference over here. The glass was cleaned about a week ago inside. I'm gonna sit over here. Oh, yeah. That's after the dragons. That's my next project. Where's my finger? Right there. The rainbow cichlid. He's all colored up for breeding. And nobody in there to hook up with. And I've got 5 or 6 females that would love to mate with him. So I'm trying to decide whether to set up another tank or put the female in there. I'm sure they would breed right there in that skull. Yeah, that's what happened to the last guy that got in there. I didn't. I was waiting on you, Kev. Are you there now? I wanted to make sure you were there. So, the Ooga the Booga. Somebody I must be subscribed to that just came up, Tibby. First I was going to show you my cluttered counter, and then this. You're welcome to screenshot that, or if you want I'll send you a picture, because they say there's even the numbers. Never heard of it, can't get it. It's just Hikari. It's just that it's the jumbo. And I've got 2 sheets of it because I never want to run out. But I also have it in you can get it in the little packs too. So, and it's what I was feeding the fish just a little bit ago. I may be out of regular, but yeah, that's all jumbo back through there. But it's not so big that regular sized fish. Here we go. Here we go. There's Sterling, always up there begging because he saw me come in. Had 2 of those big cubes of the jumbo bloodworms not an hour ago. And back here is Carrot, named by Zen Ginger, as I was asking for names. Carrot, like 24 carat. Yeah, I agree, Stephen. I totally agree. I need to get in there and cut off some of their Java moss. It's got debris in it. These guys will bite. I'm not going to prove it, but see there. All you got to do is wriggle the finger. A couple of times that he has gotten over in her quarters and they just stare at each other. That's all they do is sit and stare. So I really do want to get them together, but I want to do it when I can actually monitor them. Dan's Fish got some in, and they sent by mistake for, I think, Amazon puffers. And Ginger Graves has 1, maybe 2, over in Nashville. Ed had 1, but it passed on him recently. And then I had gotten 1, and I decided I want a second, so I think this one was Dan's one he was going to keep, and then he decided, well, I've got to let them get together, Kevin, first, and then we'll see. But look Look at her. Started to say breathing, but yeah, that's what she's doing. Look at her, how big she's. Never had these guys inflate on me, blow up on me, and that's a concern too. I'm going to move them one at a time in a specimen. Linus, no, I don't have Linus. You remember, or you may not remember, I had a couple of puffers that I lost, and the reason, sorry, that there were two, there's Yazzie back with us. Now she's going to come out. She sees the camera in my hand. I was going to show actually how big Dharma the Fahaka is. I put her a pot in there. There she goes back in. And it's not even big enough for half of her. And she didn't like it at all, but she finally gave in. So she's in as far as she can get. It's hard to see through that algae, but she won't stay over here if I don't have something there. Good excuse not to have to scratch algae, huh? That's as far as she can get. I don't know if her tail's bent or not, so that pot, I think, is a 7-inch pot. Yeah, 7-inch. So you can see how big she is. Once, what happened, Priscilla? I've never had this girl puff. Never, never. She's a heifer, she doesn't care. She's already had wafers. She looks like she bit the catfish again. I've got to pull that tidal filter out. It's clogged with duckweed. And when I do, I'm going to take the duckweed out of there as much as I can get out. There she goes. I might want to move that back some because she's touching the front there. She doesn't have to, but she is. Yeah, I'll move that back when she goes to the other end. Today's the first day I've seen her in there. Yep, looking me right in the eye. And here's her buddy. Yazzie and Dharma are buddies. Yep. She watches him all day. If he lays there on the pillow, she'll watch him. Yep. Probably thinking about eating you. She's looking at you, Yaz. Hadn't asked about the calendars. Somebody ought to put a link to calendars out there if anybody's still looking for them. Pam, do you still have any? Now would be a good time to, was in the morning before lights went on. She didn't see me, but she was looking around. Oh, and practiced puffing, I think. Ah, how cute. They definitely are some smart and personable fish. They really, really are. All of a sudden, all my Panchaks Achilles decided to breed, and they've all hidden. They were all the big ones were out eating a while ago. Now they've all disappeared. There's maybe 15, 18 big ones in there. You can see one lurking under the wood there. Fortunately, all out. But yeah, all of the fry are getting bigger. And I posted a little shorts not long ago. They spawned right here, and they wouldn't let me get close while they were spawning, so I had to do it from across the room from the bed over there. So those little guys should be showing up soon. I just saw something. It's a big killie that's hiding under there. Never mind. Yeah. Oh, I'm just playing. Yep. And I wish I knew the secret. Changing the bed. I think I said that the live stream a couple of days ago. And I got got the dirty sheets off and the clean ones on, but now that's the dirty ones. I had the clean ones up there. Gosh. The maid service is not that good here, but it's free. Come on, Yossi, because I'm not going to come back. Not going to come back. There's art on the walls. Yeah, it does, GRB. I agree, but I've got some nice barbs in there that I like to be able to see. I've got the, see there's some going around. I've got some big filament barbs. I think I got 5 of those. 3 of them are pretty good size. And then I've got other barbs, golden barbs, tiger barbs. I've got a green tiger barb. I've got a bunch of barbs in there. I've got some others. I can't remember what else. A couple other kinds, but I can't see them. I only have one myself for the records. I think Priscilla's. Let's see. Oh well. I missed it. So now my 55 looks totally empty. That's where the Pacu were. Still got my black African tetras and my silver dollars. And that was going to be the emergency place to put the little keyholes and stuff like that, but looks like we're not going to need it. Not going to need it. I wish those giraffe cats would come out, the dwarf giraffe cats. I know where they're at. I found their hangout, their hideout. If you look, you can see almost the face. See the whiskers sticking to the left and then the snout. Yep. Those are like the giraffe cat or cats that Corey has or had in his, what was it, a 400 or 800, whatever that big tank was, is. But these are the dwarf variety, and I think they're full grown. There may be 5 inches of that. But they are really cool, and they're super sneaky. Look who was in there with them, Platinum Parrot. Tibby, come here, Yazzie. Tibby, come on, I heard you. Tibby got after you, didn't he? Come here, honey. We'll spank old mean Tibby. We'll get him. We'll get that old mean Tibby. Look here. Tell Pam. Bless him. Aquafest. I haven't even heard of an Aquafest. Come here, baby. Stay up here. Tibby's too mean, isn't he? Yes. Bless him. Bless him. $11. Priscilla. Yes. Tibby's mean. He's looking for you too. Look at him. Look at him looking for you. He's a varmint. You better leave you alone. See where he scratched my aquarium cabinet? It's got shelves under there. He scratched it there till I put some plexi over it. These guys are still thinking they're going to eat. Slidell, Louisiana. Somehow I've heard of Slidell, but I don't know in relation to what. That's not a name you'd forget. Maybe I went through there when I drove from Jacksonville to Texas. Who's doing giveaways? Pam, did you hear about me trying to give you away? I'm serious. Or were you there? Huh. Um, yeah, that would have been the only way I would have been over that way. In Louisiana would be going to Texas, and that would have been the one time I drove maybe 25 years ago, maybe 30, from Jacksonville over. That was a long drive. Long drive. Gazzy, you love the fish, don't you? You like to watch them. Anyway, somebody asked me in the live stream Sunday, I guess, if there was a giveaway, and I said, nope, no giveaway. I think Eric was up there. Yeah, Eric was up there with me toward the end. You had been in there, Pam, but I think you had gone. Somebody asked if there was a giveaway, and I said, well, wait, Pam, are you available? And you didn't respond. That is close to me. Yep, I can be in northern Alabama in 45 minutes without speeding. Oh, I thought she had gone this time too. I guess she did. I know you are. You're older than me, and that's old. They've decided to stay over there in that corner. So they're out of the Pacu's way. I'd say she started that. Didn't take them long to go learn to look into the kitchen to see if I'm in there. Yep. That's where they were, in the kitchen for almost a year. Well, they sure grew fast. All right, guys, it looks like I've been on here 57 minutes and 57 seconds. 58 minutes now. So I am going to do like Bobby. I'm going to have, well, he didn't have a diabetic snack that I know of, but I'm going to have my diabetic snack and get ready for bed. I have to go volunteer tomorrow, don't you know, with the dogs and cats. And I know I had 2 appointments when I looked at the appointment book on Saturday night when I was there. So, where is Aquafest? Priscilla, I'm reminded that you're a member. And I think everybody, all the members have heard me say I would post a members only video, but I can't because those have to be done from a desktop computer. Really, you can't do it on a phone or a, iPad. I don't know about a, the other kind of computer that's not a laptop, but I don't have a laptop, so that's why I hadn't posted in a couple of weeks. My monitor's down on my desktop, and until I replace it, I can't get in there. Can't turn the monitor on is the problem, so I can't do anything. I want a bigger one anyway, but I didn't want it right now. Yep, I'm slacking for a valid reason. Because I know people be counting to see if they're getting their members only stuff. Don't you know? I could give these Pacu away. A members only giveaway. No, I think they're going to stay right here with me till they need a bigger place. And I hope that's never, but we'll see. All right, guys, it's been 1 full hour, and I came on for a couple of minutes. So I hope somebody else is streaming for those that want to watch a stream. I will check when I'm off here. Appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for keeping me company. Me too, Sandy. Me too. Priscilla says, oh, I see. Later, guys. You all take care.